So, the most common cause of death worldwide is cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease includes conditions that affect the heart and blood vessels, such as coronary artery disease, hypertension, stroke, and heart failure. According to our textbook in 2020, about 19 million global deaths were from CVD. One reason this topic is so important is that CVD can be controlled, but it could be controlled through lifestyle choices such as regular physical activity. Coronary disease comes in two common types of forms: coronary artery disease and hypertension. Coronary artery disease develops mainly through atherosclerosis, which is the buildup of plaque within the arteries. As plaque builds up in the arteries, blood flow to the heart can become restricted. This means that the heart will be receiving a lot less oxygen than it should receive, and if the blockage becomes severe enough, it can result in a heart attack, and that's really not good. Then you could die. Hypertension is basically chronically elevated blood pressure, also just really high blood pressure, elevated. More than 90% of people with hypertension have essential hypertension, meaning that there isn't one specific known cause of hypertension. There are controllable risk factors for CAD and hypertension. For coronary artery disease, important controllable risk factors include high blood pressure, abnormal blood lipids, the use of tobacco, physical inactivity, obesity, diabetes, and an unhealthy diet. Basically, eat healthy, work out, don't use tobacco, and try to manage your high blood pressure. Going to the doctor will help you know what your high blood pressure is, or getting a cuff. For hypertension, controllable risk factors include physical inactivity, being overweight, obese, your diet, consuming too much sodium and alcohol, using tobacco, also the inactivity of physical activity, psychosocial stress, and oral contraceptive use. For this slide also, these risk factors can be all added together. The more several risk factors one has can significantly reduce the risk of getting cardiovascular disease than someone with one or two of these risk factors. The relationship between mortality, disease, and physical activity. Basically, the lower the mortality risk is generally associated with more physical activity. Having recommendations met give significant benefits. Going beyond the recommendations can give additional benefits. Eventually, all these benefits will pay off. The largest reductions are around 1.8 to 3.6 MET hours every day. Some exercise recommendations I would recommend to minimize cardiovascular disease is 150 to 300 minutes of a week of moderate aerobic exercise, or 75 to 150 minutes a week of vigorous aerobic exercise. Moderate plus vigorous combined exercise also could work. Some examples could be walking, jogging, cycling, or swimming. Swimming, sorry. Do this a minimum of 2 days a week. Do resistance training a minimum of 2 days a week. Additional benefits may be provided with the more type of physical activity. I am physically inactive, so I would recommend that those are also inactive, to start small and build up their activity. And your body will get overworked. Basically, for sedentary time and cardiovascular health, you just need to sit less and move more. Prolonged sitting has increased health risks. Exercise does not entirely cancel out the health risks of prolonged sitting. Having periods of sitting being broken up is the best to do. Having 2 minutes of light activity or more is good enough for prolonged sitting. And having movement throughout the day increased is the best option. In everyday life, we should not just be sitting for a long amount of time, which is basically our body. At least my body tells me a lot of the time I need to move throughout the day if I'm sitting for hours on end. Go for short walks, get some air. Simply just to avoid sitting for multiple hours on end. Overall, you should not be sitting as much as you should be moving. Thank you.